I ain't gonna lie, I had to throw the hat on, the sun beaming on me. And these buds ain't playing. They see these flowers, they trying to see what's going on. But hey, let me go get to the point. First off, I just want to send a shout out to everyone out there that's on their grind, on their mission, on their purpose, doing what they gotta do to make ends meet. I salute. You did. Any single mothers out there taking care of kids, you feel me? I'm saying to you much strength, much peace, and more prosperity. Same for single fathers. I'm sending y'all the same energy. Anybody out there that's dealing with something, just know I love you. You feel me? I see you. You feel me? Hold your head high. You feel me? Let go and let God. You did. But anyway, I really want to talk about why I've been saving majority of my money in Bitcoin. And I think that when I be posting some of these posts, like people don't really understand the posts that I ain't gonna say the post, the message that I'm trying to portray. Like, I don't think people understand how corrupt the fiat system is. And if you listening to this right now, hear me out, bro. I'm gonna try to simplify this as much as I can. So imagine we playing a game of barter, right? Where I'm trading my goods for your goods, no diddy. And this is our basis of exchange. And I have a limited supply of, let's just say, um, wheat bread, and I'm trying to trade my bread for your cheese, right? Now there's a limited supply of bread in our community. It's only a million loaves of bread, right? And this bread is appreciating in value since the supply is fixed. It's a fixed supply. You know what I mean? Like, you can't get no more than this, so everybody's trying to get their hands on it. Now imagine some British or some English people come through and they just add to the supply out of nowhere. They just add billions and billions of loaves of bread. So now, since the supply has went up, right, the demand has went down. So now me and other merchandisers have to decrease our prices in order to get people to consume or to trade with us, right? But as time go on and the supply is constantly increasing, after a while I'm losing money because the value of my bread is going down. And I hope you can wrap your mind around it, because that's essentially is what's going on with the US dollar. So the Federal Reserve and the government, they inflate the currency every month. There's a CPI report or PPI report that comes out, and they're constantly inflating and increasing the money supply. I saw an interview from Elon Musk who said there are like computers just creating money out of thin air, just paying for transactions at random. So let's just say you got $100,000, right? So $100,000 today, it sounds like a lot of money because you're looking at the number, but you got to look at the fraction, and it's basically your money over the U.S. debt. The U.S. debt is constantly climbing. It's climbing right now. They print millions of dollars every hour. So unless you making $1 million an hour, you're not outpacing or keeping up with inflation. So 100K out of $36 trillion in debt, that's less than 1% of the total world debt. So you got less than 1% of the total supply, which is not a lot. Now that same 100K back in the day, back when we was probably like maybe a couple million in debt, like let's just say we was $1 million in debt and your grandpa had 100K, he had 10% of the total supply. That's why his 100K could have bought him a house, some clothes, put his kid through school, retire him early. 100K, that's like the new 10K today. But why is that? Because they keep increasing the money supply. So, okay, let me explain this. So, inflation, in an inflationary system, the only people that can win are the people who hold assets, because they know that as these assets appreciate, the dollar is devaluing. When stocks go up, the US dollar is going down. I need y'all to understand that when stocks go up, the US dollar is going down. So imagine how they used to always tell you, right? Put your money into the S&P and it's going to grow 10% a year. But wouldn't that mean that the US dollar is devaluing at 10% a year? So it's like So it's almost like your money is doing this, and you're really just breaking even because you made 10%, but your money lost 10% at the same time. So it's like you didn't really go anywhere. My bad. Like I got my mouth away from the mic, but basically I was saying that, as your money went up, as far as stocks, the value, the purchasing power was going down at the same time. So it's almost like you broke even. You didn't really gain no money. And that's the finesse. That's the finesse that I need y'all to realize, bro. Like, even in real estate, as your money is going up, you're losing purchasing power. The numbers on the sheet of paper went up, but your purchasing power, it either stayed stagnant or it went down. Okay, so peep this. Let's just say I buy a house for $50,000 and I fix it up. I put $20,000 into it. So that means my total investment was $70K. And let's just say I wait on this house to appreciate to $500K, right? Yeah, my house appreciated the $500K, but now every house in that area also appreciated the $500K. So yeah, I made money, but my purchasing power didn't go anywhere because that $500K can't buy more houses than it could from the beginning. You get what I'm saying? Like $50K bought me one house, and now I'm up $500K, and I can only buy one house of the same value because the house already went up. I can't buy more houses of the same value. Notice I'm talking about value because I know people are going to hear this and they're going to be like, but you care about more houses. No, I'm talking about the houses within this area. That $500K can't buy the same amount because the government has been inflating and inflating and inflating on the way there. So now this $500K is really almost like $150K because they've been printing millions of dollars and debasing me, right? So the real solution is, what's the solution, Pat? The solution is Bitcoin. Why is it Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin is deflationary. You can't inflate it. You can't manipulate it. It has a fixed supply. It's the only fixed asset in the world right now. Do you hear what I'm saying? It's the only fixed asset in the world right now. We can make more houses. We can make more gold. We can mine for more gold. We can mine for more silver. We can create more collectibles. But the government, they can print as much fiat as they want to. They can print it. They can print it. I ain't trying to curse. They can print it just like Monopoly money, bro. That's essentially how I look at it. It's like, bro, like this. So this whole time, like, you telling me that we basically just rich slaves that are working for currency that they can just print off a machine and we get charged loans and interest and taxes on it? So deflation is when you get more for your money. The iPhone is deflationary because at one point we had to buy cameras, calculators, and different devices by themselves. But you bought one iPhone and got all that in one purchase. That's deflationary. That's what Bitcoin is. Because when you buy Bitcoin, you get all of the characteristics of sound money in one buy. Not only that, this is the first time I've ever seen a president endorse an asset. When have you ever seen it? We have states creating a state reserve for Bitcoin. We have countries, US, Russia, Australia, China, creating a Bitcoin reserve. How you gonna feel when you think you too late to Bitcoin and you look up and it's like $5 million and you could have got in at 80K? At 80K. Now peep this. Now I don't know how many people got this, but bro, you can just get 0.21 Bitcoin for I think around 17 to 20K. Now 17 to 20K in USD standards, that's not rich. That's not substantial. That's not enough money to change your life. But 0.21 Bitcoin, that puts you in the top 10% of all Bitcoiners. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, if you see this video, please do me a favor and save you and your family and buy you some Bitcoin. Buy generational wealth. Please, for real. I'm serious. Like, I'm looking at you dead in your eyes right now. Please buy Bitcoin. Please do the homework. Please buy Bitcoin. Please save your family.